Welcome back to your second part of Absolute Beginner's Monster Hunting Guide. This is a continuation from that first part of the video. I had to cut it into two different parts because the video ended up becoming too long. So anyway, here's the rest of the part. Thanks. Okay, so I switched over my account. Let me go ahead and put on my monster gear. So with the right amount of research and things that you can do, you can look at my energy bar. I gotten it up to 56,000 that I can get on my energy bar, and these are my monster gear. Yes, some jewels you shouldn't put any other jewel except Swift jewel on your monster gear. As far as this account is fully researched on Monster Hunt, it's all the way to level 5. Okay, I still have yet to kill level 5 and I don't care to. I think I got it because I was in the mode to maximizing monster at that time. Now, some other researches you can do for monster is here. If you go down on military command, you can actually do energy limit and increase that even more. Also, your familiars can help you with monster energy as well. Now, some of the things you can do with familiars for your monster hunting is this particular one here, Tempestite. If you look at their second tier, you can see energy regain speed. So by maxing this, you can actually get your speed of your energy recoup faster. Now, another one, if you ever get a chance, which is Familiar Pack 4. Most likely, by the time you get Pack 4, you're going to have T4 as well too, or your Academy at least to C25. Now, if you look at Saber Fang, I have Swift Predator to level 7 at this point, and I will take this to level 10. But this one helps with Monster Hunt travel speed. And right now, at level 7, I have 15%. So it's like having another purple jewel in there, right? And at level 10, you get 25%. So it speeds up your monster for sure. So those are the Monster Hunt familiars that you can actually do. And you can also get some heroes to max, like Scarlet Bolt. She has the ability to give you additional 3,000 energy. So Trickster at gold can also give you another 3,000 on your energy, and it gives you 10% on regain speed. This is why a lot of people say get your Trickster to gold, because it gives you 25%. So it's all administration or administrative skills that you don't have to act, or you don't have to put him as your main hero or your leader in order for it to be active. But look how much it gives you. Now, it has no fighting ability, so don't ever have Trickster on your wall as your hero, or even on your castle wall, because he's not going to do crap. Okay, so those are the heroes that you can also use to increase your monster capability. Now let's look at some of the jewels that I got in there. Now, equipment wise, I have a lot of it is my Swift jewel is legendary. Now you'll see some wall trap gear or jewel and other jewel for like trap attack. I only put that on there because most of the time I'm sitting in Monster Hunt gear, but I am shielded most of the time because of the kingdom that I'm in. But these are not required, and usually most people will only have Swift jewel on there. Now, anything that you don't see yellow within your Swift Jewel will not be legendary, but most of them are purple for me. Now, as far as the jewels go, so here's another one legendary, and this is probably purple. Oh, green. Wow. Okay, so you do want to definitely check once in a while. Oh, I only got a green, so that will be something that I will need to upgrade later down the road. But a lot of mine are purple or legendary. Let me look at this one. Another green. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you don't want to do this. You want to rather have blues and purples, but in my case, I guess I got a little overzealous on this. But luckily I got about 4 legendary jewels on here. So let's make sure we're on, okay, we're on full Monster Hunt gear. I have enough energy. So with this particular level of jewels, monster gear, and research, we'll just go look at the speed and the hit ability for this particular account. So I'm going to look for a level 1 first. So here's Bon Appetit. Earlier we did what, 66%, I think. So what did it ask for? Physical. So I'll go ahead and take a hit on that, see how much we get off of it. But you could see it's noticeable on the Monster Hunter speed from earlier account to this particular one, right? So yes, Swift Jewels make a huge difference, and those are absolutely something you want to get. And yes, it does suck when you get 95%. So no matter what, other one took 2 hits, I'm also taking 2 hits on this. So it does happen, and Bon Appetit is definitely one of those harder monsters that takes, or to take down. But again, the gear and jewels definitely helps you speed and your hit power as well. Maybe even more so than your research, but you do need research to back it up. Now I'm also gonna show you one more account which has absolutely no research but decent gear and decent jewel, and see what it does. Okay, so I'll be back in another second. Okay, so this is another account of mine that I'm building at this time. It's a trap account, but now, so let me explain a little bit about this particular account. This account I'm building is going to be low might, or lowest possible might trap account, targeting the big boys out there. So the monster research that I have on this particular account is almost 0 on here. Only thing I got are ability to hit 1 and hit 2, and maybe energy limit, and these are just basic, nothing pretty much, and nothing beyond that. So if I were to go hit a monster with this particular one, let's go outside, look for a monster for us. Okay, so after a long search, I was able to find one monster 41 miles away. So it obviously shows my guild is very active in hunting down level 1s and level 2s as far as monsters go. Now let's go ahead and attack this guy here. We're going to go without any monster gear for now. I'll just leave it at that. So I got no monster gear. Now what about this particular account, because I'm trying to make it low might, I don't really even have the right heroes for any of these monsters. I'm only using like 7 heroes, and now I'm using just 5 heroes that I'm going to use for the wall. So we'll use, for this experiment, we'll use, I guess, same heroes every single time. So the 5 heroes that I'm actively upgrading are these 5. And these other heroes, they will never even upgrade at this point anymore. So I'll go ahead and send a hit and watch the speed and the hit. It's going to take me 1:30 on this particular one hit. I'll go ahead and speed it up just so I can get it out the way and so we don't have to face that. But like I said, it's the one-way travel was 1:30 for this one. And for you guys out there, I'm using speed for demonstration purposes only. Don't waste your speed like this because you will need this. It's much better to use it for your war rallies or other type of things. So don't use speeds like this because it's very valuable as well. So it did 12% damage. And again, it'll take me 1:30 to come back. Now we did take, what, 12%? Now let's go ahead and this time, I will switch up my gear. So I don't have monster gear for main hand, but you'll notice I put a swift jewel there, just for the speed wise. Same thing here for the helmet. I'll put a speed jewel. And that's my monster gear. And with this particular account, I wasn't really going to invest in any monster hunt gear. It actually just came from, I got real lucky on one of the drops from just some variety of pack that I purchased. So right now I only got 2 slots for the horn. So I'll go ahead and put 2 slots. And let's go look at the gear itself. You'll notice with this particular account, I got purple jewel on this. I also have purple jewel here and blue jewel. I think this might be the only one with blue jewel, and rest of them I believe had purple jewels on there. So yes, I did get lucky on a drop and got legendary swift jewel. So I broke that up into 4 different purples. So I was able to get a lot of purples into my gear. And same thing, I think I got a legendary flame or something. So yeah, I got real lucky on the gear. And like I showed you earlier on my research for monster, it was non-existent, right? So we'll go ahead and go take a hit on that one and see what it does on 1:30. And if you ever lose track of it, here it is. If you ever lose track of it, you can go into your old report that you hit, and you can also click on this. At 30,000 RSS off of this. So I clicked on it, it takes me here. I am going to go ahead and take a swing with the exact same heroes. So it can go down there in 42 seconds. So how long did it shave off? 50 seconds. So it nearly shaved off about 2/3 of the time that it was, or not 2/3. Let's, about, I wouldn't say, okay, whatever, 60%, sure. But it did shave off a lot of time for it, and you could visually see my hunter moving a little bit faster now, right? So great gear or proper gear and jewels can make up a lot of your losses. And you notice it did 17% damage this time. So by calculating this, if I do about 4 more hits, I can potentially take this down. So I'm going to go ahead and just load up my energy to go ahead and take this. Never leave a monster stranded, just partially killed or wounded. You want to fully kill any monster you start. You know, you don't want to be that person who starts a hit on a level 4 and just does nothing. Now, rest of your entire guild has to spend so much energy just to kill that level 4 that you started for no reason, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get us 4 hits, and hopefully this will do the trick. It's possible it may take another, I hope not. But the point of this was the proper gear, proper jewels, hunt down level 1s, level 2s, so that way you're helping the guild out. Use proper heroes. Now, about the heroes, if you want to know which particular heroes that you need to use, not the rule of thumb, use the opposite. If it's a magic monster, use physical. If it's physical monster, use magic heroes. There are specific monsters as well or heroes as well that you want to use. You can look those up through, there's a app called Line, and there's Hepbot that you can add to your app that will do it, or you could search for it on the internet. And also there are your guildmates. A lot of your guildmates should know which basic ones that you should be using to kill those monsters. So again, this was a not so brief. I thought it was going to be brief, but it actually got pretty long. But this is again for basic beginner monster hunting. I know there are better monster hunters out there, but hopefully this helped you guys a little bit and get you on your way. So hope to see you guys on the next video. Thanks.